says the U.S. should be doing more to help Ukraine, a key ally in Eastern Europe.
All right, come join us.
Talon says the U.S. should offer Ukraine whatever it needs to stave off an invasion from Russia.
I've never seen any reason not to assist.
Did you save that Discovering Bigfoot? Did you add that? Or was that me?
What? No, that was you who tried to download it.
No. Who I did the favorite, or it was saved to the playlist. Did you do that or me?
That was me.
Okay, so I took it off because it was on our playlist.
Yeah.
We can't let that happen.
What?
That kind of shit.
Oh.
We're professional.
Audrey, what's up, my dudes?
What up, my dudette?
On Wall Street, the Dow down by
Ron and I, we were just breaking down some flight paths type of stuff, doing some
We were,
investigative work.
74 cents to close at $86.60.
Some investigative work.
More on these stories at Town Hall.
On the, oh, never mind.
Supply chain disruptions, shortages, panic buying.
What up, Linda? The Knights Who Say Nye. That's it, right?
Knee.
The Knights Who Say Nee. Bitches.
Yeah, that is a Monty Python.
What up, Odds? What's going on, Linda? Linda. Dude, why do I see? I'm already mad at myself. It's like, do I really need to get so dramatic with my vocals? All right, Mr. Stucci, just calm down and bring the show in at a very professional manner. Sunday. Oh, the 42 laws.
Yeah, but I didn't pull that one. You pulled the 666 one.
I'm gonna get people.
And I've got one
mad.
that Holly sent us.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking octopi tonight.
What's octopi?
Octopuses.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
1
we
minute.
are. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, that's right. Mute.
Nice.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the program. I am Ron Phillips, and of course, that is the ever long-lasting, succulent Stucci.
Yeah, that. All right, here we go. See you in a bit.
You can use in the event of an unforeseen situation or emergency, which with every day that goes by seems more and more likely.
Stop yelling at me,
Better to have
Ron!
it and not need it than need it and not have it. Preparewithmojo50.com. If you want to keep food on the table, if you just want to maintain some sense of normalcy, preparewithmojo50.com is the answer. Preparewithmojo50.com.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Give me that damn finger, Mr. Phillips. Give me that damn finger. Folks, what's going on? What's happening? I'm getting yelled at by my buddy Jeff right now because I promised him that I was going to send him the link to the program. And, of course...
We got busy. You didn't have time to send him it.
Weird.
We got shit going on, dude. Seriously.
Give me some of that,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what?
I don't know. I just know we've got shit going on.
We do got
I'm
shit going on.
ADD, so I don't know what I've got going on from minute to minute.
I don't mind. I think...
That was so funny. I looked over at you. I'm like, who's that?
Ron, that was my phone, so if you're listening back later and you
I got
think
you.
that you have a ghost in your house or we're being demonically attacked...
Linda Adamski.
What up, Linda?
She has rum balls.
Yeah, she does. I heard Lisa talk about them all the time.
Yeah.
I got...
Adamski.
What do I got?
No balls?
No, they're there.
Oh.
Yep, they're there. I can't come up with something witty enough and offensive enough so quickly. That's a lot of pressure.
Hot in here, dude.
I know.
Hot
It's
and
me.
bothered.
All right, here it comes, Jeff. I know you're not listening right now. Hey, quick little update before we get into upsetting the audience tonight. You guys remember a few days ago, we asked everybody for my buddy Birdman's son, Cam. He had a collapsed lung, was extremely ill, And we ask for all you badasses out there just to give a little love, man. Just a little prayer, a little kumbaya. Did you zoom us out?
Not necessarily on purpose. Why? Do you feel like you're further away?
I feel a disconnect right now.
I can go fix it.
No, that's okay, bro.
I'll fix it.
No, it's okay.
All right.
All right.
I can fix it.
No.
Look at my eyes, dude. Do you see what Brad posted? He said, never trust a guy you can blindfold with dental floss. I'm like, am I squinty that bad? I can't open my eyes anymore. Oh, okay.
Sometimes you are.
Sorry, ADD. Go
It's
ahead.
okay. I felt that. See, I roll with ADD.
Cam.
Yeah, so Cam, you know, they were going to do emergency surgery and put some kind of a thingy to prevent the lung, and the lung would actually never collapse again. And I'm sitting there thinking about that. They got technology like that to prevent that from ever happening again. It's like, I almost just want to go in and say, yo, can you put a couple of those in on me too?
Yeah, so have you ever had collapsed lung?
Hell
Me
no.
either.
I don't want it.
I wonder if once you have a collapsed lung, if it's easier for it to collapse in the future.
And that's
You know
probably
what I'm
why they
saying?
put that
Yeah.
thingy in there. And then once they put a device in there, then it never collapses again. But because miraculously, no shit, he just sprung back the last 2 days. They changed hospitals and they just were watching him, and he was making these improvements.
Was it COVID based?
He did have COVID. Yep.
Okay. I'm glad they were able to change hospitals though. And
They
get him-
did.
And he's,
Oh.
is he making a good recovery?
He gets to go home, or he's home now. It says right
Oh,
here.
good. Fantastic.
Camden was just discharged, coming home. Thank you for your prayers as well and your well wishes. God works wonders, and I truly believe in the power of prayer.
That's great.
It is great
Actually,
news.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. Birdman, you know, in regards to hospitals and
Yeah.
stuff, I guarantee you they were not going to do anything without going through Big Papa Bear. And he would have only allowed very specific treatments in regards to his son. And I don't think they're going to question it too much.
He's a biker, right?
Yep.
He ride. He's got a riding club.
Yeah, they're all Marines.
Yep. I got you.
Yeah, they're all Marines.
I got you.
And they're nationwide.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was going to make sure he knew
What was going
in
on?
his
They was
son's
getting.
body.
They was getting the good help.
And dude, he's a rational dude. So I'm not saying that, you know, he's going to say, you know, go get those 4-leaf clovers and feed them to my son because that's a magical cure. He understands medicine pretty well.
Okay.
And I think he's aligned with us on a lot of that. That's all I want to say because, you know, we got in big trouble last night. 5 dings we got.
We got 5 dings. 3 of them were my music. So
There you go, Facebook or YouTube.
yeah, the other 2 dings were from the promo we played last night.
What a badass promo too.
It was.
Yehudi?
Yeah, was that Yehudi? Yeah. So we've got another one tonight. Finnerty. Mike.
We got
Finnerty.
another one tonight.
Yeah, a different one tonight.
What do you mean?
Somebody else sent me another
Oh,
one.
all of a sudden this is
I'm
the thing, huh?
I'm telling you, that's great for me.
Let's do a competition.
Honest to God, if you want to do promos, I'll send you the voiceover. Just message me. info@abnormalrealities.com, ron@abnormalrealities.com, or hit me on Facebook Messenger, and I'll give you the voiceovers for the promo. If somebody can cut those and send them to me, amen. Thank you.
And a
Make sure
badass.
make sure they're professional. I'm not going to play them if they sound like shit.
Yep, and level has to be even. Ron's very particular about that.
Negative 3 dB. Thank you.
All right, so check it out. I'll throw in a
Checking.
tumbler.
Okay.
I will throw in a tumbler to who has the best. And you guys are going to have to be the judges on this, right? So what do we do? Do we wait till we get 5 of them? 5 different promo clips, 60 seconds from 5 different people minimum. Once we reach that 5 number, then we'll do a giveaway out of the best one out of the 5. You guys pick so we don't look like assholes. You know what I'm saying?
Not that we don't already,
Right.
but
And then if they continue to come in, then I'll do it again for the next 5. No problem. So everybody will have a chance to, you know, do a little promo for freaking abnormal realities. You know what I'm saying? I said that wrong.
Relativities.
Realities.
yeah. Okay.
All right. So Cam, badass brother, welcome home. That's great news. And get that voiceover done and get them in starting now.
Yeah, we want to. I mean, look, we appreciate the fact that you guys are doing that and helping us out. It works for us.
Got emergency broadcast alert.
Okay.
We got a picture
Oh,
from Dominic Izzo.
of course we did.
Stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Izzo has sent Abnormal Realities, a picture, and we're going to see what it is. Why do I all of a sudden feel a little nervous today? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm opening it, bro. I know you're watching Izzo saying, come on, dude, just do it. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got from Mr. Izzo. Whoop, wrong one. And...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm not even going to look at it during the show.
Oh, no, this one really isn't that bad.
I'm not going to look at it during the show.
No.
You're lying to me.
It's not too bad.
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not, dude. Just look. No, look closer.
I don't want to look closer. Prick.
You may have to.
Jesus Christ. Don't show it to everybody, man.
I'm going to.
You don't see. Oh, God.
Oh, I got you all, didn't I?
Please,
Woo!
please, for the love of people.
Boom. Good one, Izzo. Good one, brother. Okay, I'm going to give it. That one's going to be a good 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Good 8 out of 10. Don't worry about it. It was just the
No, don't even try to explain it.
The trumpet L structural
Oh.
of the L little o dudo
Oh,
could have been a little
dude.
bit more aerodynamic. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I would have gave you a freaking 9. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we're going to be talking about. God, I just need to change the damn subject. Is all I'm trying to do right now. We're going to be
see
talking.
that again?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We're going to be talking a couple of things tonight. I put it in the description. Number one, everybody seems to think that 666 is a bad thing.
Well,
Is it?
so if you believe
Don't we have
it,
to talk about it right now?
it could be.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. And then apparently there's new scientific paper that came out that says octopi. Is that plural for octopuses? Octopus?
I prefer octopus.
Octopi? Octopus? Maybe
Octo-what?
octopus is plural.
What is what?
New scientific paper claims octopuses
Whoa!
are actually aliens from outer space. We're going to talk about that too in a little bit once he gets done playing on his phone.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm psychologically prepared for this. I got things to say.
I'm sure you do.
I think people might get, let me get to it. People may get a little L sensitive on me. I'm going to bring something up. I don't even know when I'm going to do it. Ron?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just bringing something up to make you guys think about something. Doesn't say anything at all, right? It's however you choose to conclude. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
So we're going to get to that too. And it's kind of an interesting subject. And really, it's not a bad thing. So, Ron,
Yes?
you're like,
Stop. Yeah, I know. As soon as you said it, as soon as you said my name, I stopped because I knew that's what you were talking about. It's an ADD thing, dude, or a nervous twitch or something. I don't know.
anxiety.
New scientific paper claims octopuses are actually aliens from outer space.
Oh,
I
dude,
just like to say octopuses. Octopuses are from space. I know that sounds like the opening line of a cheesy science fiction movie from the black and white days of Hollywood, but it's actually the main part of the argument behind a research paper published in an actual peer-reviewed journal. The paper was published in the journal Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, titled Cause of the Cambrian Explosion, Terrestrial or Cosmic. The paper digs deep into the origin of life on Earth. As a result, it posits that life began thanks to a rain of retroviruses, which literally fell from space. Those retroviruses then added new DNA sequences to terrestrial genomes, which the paper says further drove mutagenic change. You didn't understand a word I said.
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you?
So you're saying that this is actually some kind of an organism from space that somehow
that
made it through the
melded,
atmosphere.
That's correct, with life on Earth here.
Yep.
Where things start to get really interesting, though, is when the paper starts to discuss the arrival of cephalopods. The paper itself claims that certain cephalopods, like octopuses, squid, and others, arrived on the planet by falling from space, frozen in a kind of stasis. Interesting.
Well, if it was frozen, wouldn't it melt when it comes through the atmosphere?
Probably. Thus, the possibility that cryopreserved squid and or octopus eggs arrived in icy bolides several 100 million years ago should not be discounted, the paper reads. The authors of the paper say that the octopus and other creatures benefit from biological features that appear to have been derived from some type of pre-existence. The idea that life originated beyond Earth isn't exactly a new one. As Stephen Fleischfresser, points out in a post about the paper from 2018, the theory of panspermia has been around since ancient Greece. However, this is perhaps one of the first times that we've seen scientists claiming that octopuses are from space. It's an exciting idea that octopuses are from space. After all, there's still a lot that we don't know about the origin of life, or even whether life exists beyond our own planet. Sure, we're slowly discovering more about the universe, but this paper fails to put itself above any of the other theories we have out there. Let's see. Keith Baverstock, a medical researcher with the University of Eastern Finland, reviewed the paper. In his review, Baverstock stated that there is indeed a lot of evidence that makes the thesis possible or plausible.
But Ron, wouldn't it be possible that most of what you see on Earth is some form of space particle?
You would think so, because otherwise it would have just formed from
what?
A perfect, I don't know, I mean, a perfect setup. Now, your Christians are going to say God created the life. And over time, because we do see evolution. Yeah. We see evolution in the period of time between either, the beginning of Earth or the beginning of the Bible. And we see the evolution of change throughout that time period.
We're still really brand new, comparatively speaking.
But if you consider the distance we are from the sun, right?
We're right in the belt.
We're right there, perfect place.
If not, we'd be done.
Yeah. The fact that we are so intelligent and the fact that we're so intelligent and can contemplate our own existence and death, life and death.
Any other animal on the planet
does not contemplate their own death. Not at all.
Not even like a silverback?
I don't think so.
They think. I mean, you see them thinking. They're eating a piece of crap that's
hell, they even
apple.
Sign language.
See
but my guess is that's all trained behavior.
I got it. Just
all
like
right?
a parrot.
You understand what I'm saying?
Just like a parrot.
However, he said that this isn't how science advances because so much of the evidence is not definitive. This thesis only adds to the mystery surrounding the origin of life. In fact, nothing in the paper's summary really helps us better understand the history of life on our planet. It only adds more conjectures to the already overflowing pot of theories that science has birthed over the years. Still, there's something interesting about the possibility that octopuses are from space. They look like they are. Sure, it might sound crazy, but the authors of this paper have presented a lot of interesting evidence for other scientists to mull over. Of course, it's going to take a lot to actually prove it, too. And singling out one specific group of animals could be making the focus far too narrow to actually prove anything. For now, all we can do is look back at the paper and watch to see what other evidence these scientists might bring forward in the future. But if you look at an octopus, I don't even know. I mean, look, we have life on this planet that have evolved to do some weird stuff.
Dude, okay, share my screen, please, Mr. Phillips.
Are you up?
Yeah, I'm up.
Let me see if I can find
So I also believe, besides octopuses, I also believe that grasshoppers
they look like aliens.
Undercover, deep state agents to the Greys while they're right here on the planet. But there's also one more. It's just right here. I mean, look at. You're going to tell me that there may not be alien life form, but it's these things, and we have them all over my neighborhood right here.
Oh, the praying mantis?
Dude, those things, have you ever watched? Look at it. Look at it staring at you.
Did you know that the female will eat the head off of the male after they have sex?
Dude, that is wrong.
Is that not crazy?
That's sexist as
Thank
hell.
God we didn't evolve to do that.
I'm serious. But I'm going to tell you something. Look at that thing. I mean, you see it. You can see the pupils literally looking right at you. And there was one of them on my car one time.
Looking right at you.
I'm telling you, it was doing this thing, and I did so, and it just stopped. It just stopped, and it just said, I looked right, and then it goes, and Rocky, what are those bugs that don't shut up? Cicada or cicada?
Cicadas? They make a loud sound.
I hate them. I do. I hate them. Rocky went and threw one in front of one of these things, and this thing, it literally ripped the cicada apart. I mean, they're vicious. They're monsters. They're in their size, comparatively speaking. If you would equate a praying mantis to the size of a human or the size of a vehicle, the way it tore up a cicada, dude, it would be doing that to a freaking elephant. And they eat birds? Did you know that?
I did not.
They eat birds, dude. You look it up.
What am I looking up?
A praying mantis,
Praying mantis.
eating a bird or lizard. These are weird.
Hummingbird, snake, lizard.
See what I'm
mouse.
saying? All of them.
Wow.
These are the creatures that, look at that, dude. Look at that.
Wow.
It's tearing a lizard up.
Wow.
Can you show the video? Or
No, you'll have to. I just searched praying mantis eating lizard.
it is the craziest thing to watch when you observe the small life, right? Like when you just go down to your grass in your yard and there's a whole freaking other world that's going on down there. You got the praying mantises, you have the ants, you have the centipedes.
Look at
you have
that.
what is it? What is
Tearing the hell up out of a snake.
it? Out of a snake.
Oh, wow.
So how do we know? How do we know that there is not a world of communication going on in some form or the other? You know what I mean? Even between different types of species of animals, because they can identify with one another, especially the bigger species like the mice and the praying mantises and the grasshoppers. I mean, they know danger. They're intelligent enough to at least try to survive.
Yep.
And so there has to be an external source of understanding somehow of knowing what's a threat, what isn't, what's good, what's bad, right? So how do we know that there's not a whole nother existence? Look at a freaking fire ant mound.
Okay. Fire ants are from the devil. Number one, if you just stomp the ground near a fire ant bed, millions of them bitches
Do it
will
all the time.
running out.
I'm addicted to it.
But yeah, you're not from here.
Correct.
You're only addicted to it because they haven't gotten your ass.
Not yet.
Oh man.
They got Lisa though.
Jeez,
What's
dude.
up?
And they hurt. But it stings. For me, it only stings for a couple of minutes and then it goes away. For other people, dude, you get stung by them and it freaking stings and you get anaphylactic shock and it's crazy.
Yeah, Lisa's leg was pretty messed up. All right. Okay. Let's check it out. I'm pulling it up.
Oh, you're pulling up that. That's because we have nothing else to talk about.
No,
except
we
666.
actually do. And then I have the
Oh yeah, the other thing.
other thing.
Yeah.
All right, I am literally going to show you guys something right now. I'm trying to.
If it'll play.
Well, let me see.
That is. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nasty.
All right, so I don't know anything. All right, so
How long is this video?
I don't
Just
know. Okay, I'll fast forward it. Let's just get to the juice. All right. Look at that. It just snatched it. Come on, video.
Oh, that works well right there.
There you go.
Oh, I love the knife sounds.
So I don't know if it's my computer or
It's probably your computer.
that's dumb. I think this is weird that we're talking about it, but I find it fascinating. I do. I find it fascinating. I found it fascinating when that praying mantis was on my vehicle and I just went close to it and to watch it, like literally identify and just look at me. And I mean, it's like you can almost feel the hatred that that thing had for me. Like I was getting in its way because it was busy.
I was getting in its way, he said.
Because it was busy. It had shit to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I decided to do a video. And I freaked out a little bit. I got the video somewhere and I got all close up to it. And every time it moved after that, I pooped a little bit. Because I'm a big badass. And
You know what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing?
I'm sending voiceover files to people who have asked for them. You're welcome. Thank you for doing that. We'd love to hear what you have. And by the way, on the voiceover files, cut them up to make them sound good. It's one big voiceover file, but cut them up, place them, specifically in the file. By the way, just so you're aware, get something to write with because I'm going to give you some specifics about this file. These are text specifics, so get something to write with because I don't want you to send me shit.
This is...
I don't. Don't send me crap that I can't play or that I have to fix.
He says, I don't want you to send me shit.
Okay? All right. You got something to write with? I'll give you another few seconds.
Dude, I feel like this is all of a sudden got real serious.
It did get serious. I'm telling you.
Dude, you're in producer's shit going on right now.
All right. Here's the thing.
Here it
the
is.
file has to be exactly 60 seconds long.
60.
Exactly 60
Exactly.
seconds long.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be an MP3 file.
Yep.
And it has to be 128K Kbps, which is kilobits, okay? 128. The sample rate needs to be 44.1 or 44/100, right? And it can be 24-bit or 32-bit. It doesn't matter. Do not send me a variable rate file. It has to be a constant bit rate file.
I don't think most people even have a clue what
People
you
who
just
are
said.
getting ready to do this know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't even know what that is.
44.1, 128K, MP3 is exactly 60 seconds, CBR, constant bit rate. And the only other thing is if you can set the metadata, please set the metadata so that the show name, the title is Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocky. And the artist is Weeknights at 8 p.et. Thank you.
Just rewatch this. I already forgot all that stuff.
I know you did. That's why I told them to get a pen. They were going to need a pen.
I'll just put file number
Now,
1.
at least one person who asked for it is a show host and who already knows how to send their stuff.
Who is it?
The other people are not show hosts, but they have worked with us and done some stuff before.
Who is
so
the show
please,
host? Who's the show host?
Aaron Barker.
Aaron
Barker, The Breakdown.
Dude, wow. You got like animated in the head on that one.
The
bro.
Breakdown
The
with Aaron
Breakdown.
Barker. Yeah, Aaron started doing a thing called the Daily Breakdown on Mojo.
Yep.
It sounds great, dude. Thank you for doing those.
You know,
They're
I mean,
a minute and a half long.
I understand. I kind of think it's hot.
I kind of think he's hot too.
I know. There's just something about the voice or something. I'm like, ooh.
Now he's blushing. Sorry about that, bud.
Thank you,
Yep.
brother.
Coming back after the break, we're going to be talking about the number 666. It may seem like a bad sign or omen due to its association with the devil.
I got things to say about that.
This number is actually very misunderstood despite popular belief.
Yes.
So, is it good or is it bad, or does it really make a damn bit of difference?
That's pretty much where we're probably going to conclude. And then the 42 laws of Maat. Under
M-A-A-T, right?
Yep, M-A-A-T. Mayat or something like that. Ancient Egyptian.
That's Ma'at.
And
You're kidding me, right?
Kemet law. It's interesting. It's part of our history. Goes back to ancient cultures. There may be a part in there that may have identified a future prediction of this show actually happening.
Of course.
It's pretty interesting stuff. So, folks, Sexy Ron, Sexy Stucci, we're going to go do some push-ups, and when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Ron Phillips, take us freaking home.
I will see you guys in 2 minutes. Stick around. At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion, or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocky.
Scientists say ghosts could be signs of a simulated universe. There is a significant chance that we will one day become post-humans who run ancestor simulations.
Say that again, though. So they run a what simulation? An ancestor simulation.
Ancestor simulation.
Okay, so the first thing that came to my head, correct me if my thought process is way off tune here.
Okay.
But are they more referring to doing like past life regressions, and you can connect through a past life regression because that past life is part of the simulation?
Part of the simulation.
and
It's
that's
like
why
it's
you
like
can connect.
replaying a program.
So it's not really
Potentially.
real.
What if everything around you isn't real? Imagine for a second that the planet we live on, the solar system, our galaxy, and eventually the entire universe we see as infinite is no more than a simulation.
Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocky. Mojo 50.
What are you doing with my hat on? Cowpoke.
How you doing, partner?
You look pretty good with a cowboy hat on, dude.
You know, we look good with the cowboy hats on.
I wore that
Dual.
I wear that now for Don and Donna's show because it's Cowboy Logic, and I record their show. I'm their producer. They're on several big networks now, and Resistol is one of their sponsors. Although that's not a Resistol hat, I may find myself wearing one soon.
You know, you got friends too.
I
bro.
do.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Does that fit you, or is it a little too big?
No, it fits me.
Does it? That's 7.5. That's a nice hat. I got that when we were there.
Yes, you did.
With you.
I remember.
You remember?
I
Yeah.
do.
Not this last trip. I
You
mean,
know,
I mean the one where we got boots and everything.
We tried. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We did the best we could. We tried being cowboys, and you know, we tried roughing it. And a lot of it was actually really cool. I'm just not good at the bugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at the bugs.
Pretty sure cowboys don't even recognize bugs.
No, they went to show me the Black Widow. You know, they flipped over the water thing.
Yeah.
And it's like no big deal. You know, here, look at there they are.
That
There's like
that
50,000
bug,
of them.
That bug can kill you.
Like kill you. And they're just like
And they're this big. I was an exterminator for one period in my life for about 1.5 years, and I would crawl underneath houses. You know what a pier and beam house is? It's the houses that have the crawl space under the floor.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
They sit on piers.
We call them mobile homes up north.
No, these are houses in East Texas.
All right.
And I would crawl up underneath the house to do termite work and stuff. I mean, I would crawl. I was a little bit thinner. I would crawl underneath beams where I had to dig out underneath the beam because it was touching the ground. Beams are not supposed to touch the ground, i.e. termites. And so we would have to dig it out, but I would have to crawl under those beams. And I'm talking about taking deep breaths and squeezing to get underneath the beam to sometime dig out. But
Not interested.
people would freak out because I would just crawl right under the house. I wouldn't worry about it.
Not me.
You know where my big issue was?
Where's that?
Snakes.
Yep.
Where other people's big issue? Spiders.
I'm both.
Dude, I was wearing big, thick rubber gloves. Man, I just reach up and pinch them. Even the black widows, the brown recluse, pow, pow, pop them. Snakes, on the other hand, no thank you.
Well, you know, it's weird because we actually, when we were in Georgia, we actually started establishing a relationship.
Kind of did.
You know, it was
With
really
an
weird.
eastern king snake that really doesn't give a shit about you.
Literally didn't even care we existed. But in my brain and Ron's brain, when we first saw him, we saw death. We saw death.
I thought it was going to turn into like Moses' staff or something
Seriously.
from the Bible. Seriously. Because it was, it was 5 feet, 6 feet long.
All of them were that big. All of them.
There were 2 or 3.
Well, we don't know for sure because some were driven down the road because, you know.
Some
Don
were taken
just
and tossed down the road instead of killed.
Don went down the road with a four-wheeler.
Apparently, it's illegal to kill eastern.
It is, and that's why we resisted.
Yeah, eastern. What were they?
Eastern king snakes.
King snakes. Yeah.
Very big. Apparently, they're the good snakes. If you guys ever heard of that before, apparently people have a classification of good snakes and bad snakes. You know what I'm talking about? Same thing with spiders. A guy at work, we saw a tarantula. I wanted it dead. You know, I wanted it dead.
From on top of the table.
Yes.
While he was dancing a jig,
Yes.
he was like, "Kill it, kill it, kill it!"
Like I wanted to see his eyeballs shoot across the room and hit the wall. Right.
Yeah.
And no, we don't do that in Texas. I'm sorry. They don't do that in Texas because those tarantulas the size of a dinner plate, they're the good spiders, right? They eat all the rodents.
Have you ever been camping and had a spider crawl across your face or your head while you're sleeping and wake you up?
No.
I have.
Tell me more.
No.
Tell me more.
No. Debbie Treadway says spiders are wicked sneaky. Yes, they are. I've never run in with a snake while I've been camping, but
Who's
a spider, oh yeah.
Who's Keith?
Keith? I don't know why.
Effing Florida man says, so Rocky hates spiders like Keith, and Ron hates snakes like Indiana Jones.
Oh, probably Keith Malinet.
Okay, don't know
Yeah.
this. Yeah, so
He is the producer for another show over on the Blaze Radio Network.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
It was almost spiritual, though. In fact, there were times when it was spiritual, when Ron and I would always get up super early, and we would go down to the horse barn, and then
On the very first day, it was 180 degrees different from the very last day, right?
Totally.
On the first day we got there, we opened the gate, we walked in slow, all the horses were standing around. One of them turned and looked at us, and we stopped.
All nervous and shit.
and then they would start walking toward you, and I'm like walking behind Rocky.
Yeah, yeah. We're like, whoa, and we're touching it from a distance, like that.
Whoa, yeah.
But we made walking down to the barn look good because we're wearing our cowboy boots.
Yeah.
We had belt buckles on,
Yeah,
cowboy hats.
yeah.
We're just a little afraid of the horses. You know what I mean? Just a little afraid of the horses.
Yeah.
But,
On the first day.
yes, but at the
And
end,
on the first night, one scared Jesus out of Rocky.
that's where he went.
I saw Jesus come up out of Rocky.
Seriously, like
I've got that on camera somewhere.
yeah, it like he saw it come out my neck.
Rocky had his back to the fence, and the horse walks up and sticks his head over the fence, and he's just to the left of Rocky's head.
Yep.
And Rocky,
We're talking a head the size of a freaking school bus. All right, anybody's gonna shit their pants a little bit, even if it's a little poop. You turn and you have a school bus next to your head. That's a problem.
yep, that you're not expecting to be there. It was dark.
I didn't know that horses were that like in tune to darkness.
Yeah, dude.
You hear them running in the middle of the night.
Oh, you remember that morning we were leaving? This was on the trip previous. I was walking across the front yard early in the morning. It was like 4 o'clock. We were getting
and we
ready to
couldn't
leave.
hear them. That's right.
And I heard them galloping like very fast, but I couldn't see them. And I'm like, please do not run me over in the middle of this yard.
Well, and Donna lots of times don't pen up their horses.
Correct.
Like you come home and they're hanging out in the garage. No big deal.
Yeah.
You know, no, or they come right to the car. Coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Whole different lifestyle that
Yeah.
what we're used to because, you know, we're city boys, right? But getting up in the morning and watching the horses walk single fashion line, you know, to the barn, time to eat. You know, we get caught up in this weird world and to wake up in a setting like that and to see the horses come in, it's a lifestyle that you can only taste short term in our lives, right? But to people like Don and Donna, it's just the way of life.
It is.
You know, they come to our lifestyle and they're like, man, you guys are weird.
Yeah. How do you live so close to your next door neighbor?
Right.
Because I can't afford 63 acres with a big old nice house right in the middle of it.
We did do a little squatching. We
tried to do some squatching. I did a couple of squatch yells. Didn't hear anything back.
Yeah.
We heard
Give us one
coyotes.
right now,
we did.
Phillips.
We
Give
did.
us one.
We're not doing one.
No,
we
no,
did
give
hear
one.
coyotes though, did we not?
We did.
Yelping out in the woods.
We did go out in the field and we tried to touch a cow.
Wait a
And
minute.
you remember when we first got there? We're so fascinated.
Don took you back out there, and he tried to touch a cow, and you kept running.
I did. Well, in my mind, I was going to try to touch it if it came close enough. It's so weird because everything's so much bigger when you're actually in the same space as it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even the horses.
Right.
Yeah, and you would think that a horse is, but if a horse walks up next to you, and you're standing there, I mean, it was everything I could do to look over their back, right?
Yep.
And I'm thinking to myself, all he's got to do is get pissed,
That's it.
or walk behind a horse,
Broken
freaking
bones.
fire off one of those legs. We look like that dude in that meme that gets bashed into the wall, you know.
We become a meme. That's
Rocky
funny
did
so.
the Knights Who Say Knee. Rocky did
I did what?
tip a cow.
No, I didn't.
You didn't go cow tipping? I'm pretty sure you did.
No. See, we always talk the big game.
You know what cow tipping
Oh,
is?
I sure do.
What is it?
I'm from Wisconsin.
What
bro.
is it?
We have fields of cows everywhere. And
What is cow tipping?
when they're sleeping in the middle of the night, you go try to shoulder them down so they fall over.
Okay.
Okay, so we made it to the field one time. And then
To go cow tipping?
yes.
Okay.
But then you get closer and you really can't see. And you have this huge monster with 14 nipples, right? And you just don't know what it's capable of all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And so you have reservations and you're like, this is probably not a good idea, guys, but we can just tell people we showed up.
Leslie Hoker, you are absolutely correct. They are probably the greatest spirit animal on the planet.
Who's that?
Horses.
I agree.
Because they're used in therapy all the time. They're mostly good with kids and people who have depression or autism or stuff like that. Horses are fantastic.
What are they called?
Spirit animals.
I kind of want to be a spirit animal.
You're my spirit
I
animal.
was just going to.
I was just going to say that, he said.
All right, before we get into it, I
Yeah.
have one thing on my bucket list, and then we're going to get into 666.
All right, do it.
I want to ride a bull. See, I got an issue. My brother goes to Mexico.
You have an issue because you want to ride a bull.
Well, so, and again, I know I'm talking shit, right? I really do want to do it until you actually have to sit on the thing, right? Just like when I went down to the thing here in Fort Worth.
yeah, and you got on the steer.
I didn't
Did
get
you?
on it.
Oh, you didn't get, why?
No,
Lisa did.
Lisa did. It looked great too. legs all wrapping around.
Do you
that
know
thing.
how big a bull is?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
when
talking
you
about.
jump your ass down on top of a bull.
It's kind of like
it's
I'm
like
saying-
straddling a bus that can freaking throw you from here
Kill
to
you.
next week.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's easy to say you're going to do it like I did with the Hill House, doing all like the missions and shit. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all.
Nope.
But yeah, no. My brother rode one in Mexico.
Really?
He was so where he goes in Mexico is way deep into like real Mexico.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so they have just like a few strings of yarn, and they call it a fence,
A pen. Yeah.
a pen, and they don't have really big bulls down there. They're medium-sized bulls. And they just ride them for fun, man. They just get on it and they get this thing and squeeze the balls real quick. You know, it's weird. And my brother did it. He lasted 3/8 of a second, but he can say he did it.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. And that's been burning in my soul.
He lasted 3/8 of a second.
3/8 of a second. I can probably make it to 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just right when we get out to get, I'll purposely fall off. Could you
No.
do it?
No, but you know what we ought to do? Wherever the running of the bulls is.
I ain't doing it.
I am not doing that either.
I ain't doing that.
I see too many. The only videos I ever see of the running of the bulls, somebody's getting gored
Dude.
or a bull falls on them or runs them over.
We are out of shape,
Oh.
and everybody there is in shape. So it'll be me and Phillips.
We'll be doing the running of the chihuahuas.
Okay. I just visualized you doing the running of the bulls, and a bull is coming up, right? I could see you trying to run, and
he
you
just
think
goes,
you're
whoop.
running, and you're like barely even moving, and all of a sudden it's legs in the air.
Yep. Yep,
So-
they move faster than us.
666.
While the number 666 may seem like a bad sign or omen due to its association with the devil, the number is actually very misunderstood, despite popular belief. In fact, seeing repeated sequences of this triple-digit angel number is a message. Whether it's seeing repeated numbers on a license plate, a clock, or on documents, angel numbers just mean that your guardian angels are sending you a spiritual message that the universe wants you to hear. The meaning of 666 is a number that reminds you to take your negative thoughts filled with worry and anxiety and change them into a mindset of positive energy. Rather than letting fear control us, it's important to step into our higher purpose and open ourselves to the universe's blessings. Remain positive that the universe has your needs in mind and trust that your desires will come to fruition. 666 is also a nudge from the universe to stay connected with nature and its vibrations of peace, harmony, and love. Only then can we experience the positive outcomes that we are meant to experience. So what does the number 666 mean in numerology? Do you know?
Nope.
Understanding 666 means delving into the numbers it's made of, 6 and 66. 6 is a number of harmony.
How do they know it's 6 and 66?
Well,
How can it, maybe it's 66 and 6.
which is still the same thing. You're
That's
welcome.
what I'm saying.
6 is a number of harmony, responsibility, security, domestic life, welcoming wealth, and good fortune. It is also connected to humanitarianism. 66 is similar in its meaning to 6, but this number also focuses on peace and balance in your home life. In numerology, 666 is associated with changing your thoughts from negative to positive to manifest your needs and reach spiritual balance. It may mean stepping outside the domestic home and going for a walk in nature, meditating, or relaxing. Furthermore, breaking down 666 into single digits reveals its roots. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. 1 plus 8 plus 9. And 9 is a... 1 plus 8 plus 9. I don't know. And 9 is a number associated with transformation, spiritual guidance, and wisdom. And who the hell wrote this?
You know, the thing is that we could sit here and we could, any conspiracy theorist can sit here and grab numbers and graphs and charts and figure out certain things to come together to make it look like something, right? So we can say 6, and then 6 plus 6 is 12. And so you have 6 and 12, which is times freaking 54 because we wanted to say 54. And when you get that, then you bring it back down and divide that by 2. And that means that you have brown hair.
Exactly what he said.
You know, it's weird. So
He doesn't even know what 54 divided by 2 is.
54 divided by 2 is 23 point nothing.
Okay. Number 666 in the Bible.
Couldn't think that quick.
The number 666 is known as the mark of the beast, as described in the book of Revelation. 666 is a nickname for the coming Antichrist, which dates back to biblical times when Greeks used numerology to add up letters in a name, a practice called gematria.
I think the Antichrist is already
In the book of Revelations, Apostle John said that if a person has true wisdom, they can see the identity of the Antichrist. The true wisdom comes when someone is able to identify the number 666 as it relates to the Antichrist. Revelation 13:18 says, "This calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is man's number. His number is 666. So turning the Antichrist name into a number was the best way to truly seek out its name without saying it out loud. The Antichrist is said to wreak terror and chaos on our lives, and though the Antichrist has never been identified by an exact name, researchers have speculated that the Bible hinted towards the leader of the Roman Empire at the time, Nero Caesar.
No
In
way.
the original passage of the New Testament, the number 666 was actually written in Hebrew, not Greek. This puts an emphasis on the numbers representing words and letters. Those of the Christian faith see 666 as a number that should be avoided and is considered a confrontation towards God.
Is this more of a symbolism over substance thing?
Probably. The Bible calls for all followers to not be fearful in the eyes of the devil and instead walk with him towards the Holy Land, him being God.
Is there a GPS for that?
Ooh, what does 666 mean for twin flames?
Oh,
Twin flames are known as the other half of your soul and are an intense connection with someone. This soul relationship doesn't have to be with a romantic partner. In fact, a twin flame can be a family member or friend. In your life, stop, dude. In your love life, you can only have one twin flame, making the spiritual connection one to cherish. 666 is a sign that your twin flame is closer to you than you may think. You'll come across one another when you least expect it, and when you do find your twin flame, your life will become elevated. Once you find your twin flame, 666 will help you keep your relationship strong and make the problems minimal, but only if you remain confident and positive along the way. So Samantha Mafucci is an editor for Your Tango. She's the one who wrote this story. So
yeah.
it is out there on...
So you're just seeing three different examples of
MSN.com.
how people look at the number 666.
Yeah.
It's always embedded in me, like some people were saying, I think it was Leslie saying in the chat room, that number is a resemblance of that, of what they believe, right? And it's mainly biblical for us.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Just like the Nazi symbol was, for many of years, was a symbol of peace, right? It was a symbol of peace. That symbol, the swastika,
and then
goes all the way back to ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
And you get one man who re-symbolizes, and then instantly...
It turns into a hate symbol.
Yep, just like that.
Yep.
Hundreds of years, thousands of years, it was a symbol of peace. And overnight, we decided to re-symbolize what it represents. That quick. That's weird, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird. So, anyways, is that it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my thing. And this is what I thought of when you wanted to talk about this article, is I told you about that story where that lady felt like she was being molested when she slept from a demonic spirit, right?
Yeah.
And when I walked into her house, her whole freaking house was packed full of biblical artifacts. Not judging it at all, right? My dad has a lot of them. She was really upset, though, because she didn't think that those artifacts were protecting her, right? Really weird turn of events. It's a physical object. It's perception.
She was expecting them to be protecting
She
her?
thought that having all the biblical stuff in her house
Would keep the bad
spirits away.
Okay.
But I ended up manipulating this whole situation. Very long story short, multiple visits. I give her an aspirin bottle with crushed crystals in it, right? Energizing, nothing special, no magic or anything like that. All I did was create a perception. And I told her, when you shake this, and there is some fact to it, when you shake this, it's going to do this, which is going to create that and help you hear, right? So whenever you feel something near you at night and you're trying to sleep, just grab this bottle and shake the shit out of it. 100% effective.
Really? She never had another problem?
Never had a problem because, yes, there was something there. But this goes to show the power of this.
Yeah.
But also because her heart didn't tell her that those physical objects, or she didn't have enough faith in those physical objects, that belief in those physical objects did not protect her. But because we implanted the thought in her head that the physical object of crystals that we gave her was going to protect her, just like that, perception changed in her brain, and that literally changed a frequency in her mind to protect her from whatever entity was harassing her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like that.
Yep. Just like that.
Kind of turned on right now.
Why?
I don't know. Petey's ass.
You made me look. Okay. So I have a favor to ask.
Who? Okay, come on.
Them.
Let's go.
I have a favor to ask. We are interested in getting more guests on the show. And we'd like to talk to some of the bigger players, if you will. Some of the guests that we've had are really bigger players, but some bigger players in the Bigfoot hunting area, in the ufology, UFO area, and of course in the paranormal. If you know someone or you feel like reaching out for us, please send an email or get on somebody's Facebook page or get on their Messenger or Twitter or whatever it is and tell them about this show, please. If you go out to our website right now and you hover over the Contact Us link on the menu, there's a drop-down list there for our booking calendar. They can actually physically go out there and book their own slot on our show. If we can't do it, we'll let them know. But they can book a slot on any of our weeknights that we're planning to do it, just preferably a day or two out. But when I left the show here last night, I messaged Rocky. I never heard back from him. But
What?
I sat down at my computer, opened up YouTube, and the first thing that was there was Todd Standing doing a live video.
Yep.
A live video feed.
Oh,
This is the guy that did the Discovering Bigfoot.
I
that
went
we
to
talked
watch
about
the
last
live
night.
stream. What did you want me to do?
So he was doing a live stream, and I was freaking hammering the chat log about abnormal realities. We just talked about you tonight. We'd love to have you on the show. Blah blah blah. So hopefully I'll hear back from them. I don't know. The moderators did respond to me and let me know that they'd pass it on. But we'd love to have your help going out, just telling people about the show. We want to grow this. There are some exciting things about to happen that we're going to be notifying you guys about, hopefully in the next week.
Kind of a big deal.
A huge thing.
Huge.
And we're going to need your help to make this thing grow and become successful. If we become successful, we'll pass along that to you guys.
Whoa.
And we're not giving them.
Whoa.
If we win the lottery, we'll
give you $5.
We'll give you $5.
Okay, and that's the only people we can confirm in the chat room on YouTube.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're gonna have everybody on Opslens too. They're gonna be suing us. Now we got to win the lottery.
We just need your help, guys. We're trying to get our numbers up on YouTube, and we may have to take that to somewhere else. But YouTube is still a good platform for shows like ours that are not divisive, if you will. Just because we distribute our show on a political talk network, the Mojo 50 radio network, OpsLens, it doesn't mean that we can't put our show elsewhere, because we try to, and we do pretty well at it, stay away from politics on our show. And it's because on both of those networks, you're listening to politics all day long. And so our job is to try to get that off of your plate for at least a little while.
Your plate.
Right. Thank you for that. That was emphasis. I like that.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yeah. In the hat.
In the hat.
Made it work.
Made it work.
So yeah, please help us share the show. Abnormalrealities.com. Go to our YouTube channel. I think it's Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocky.
Yes.
On YouTube.
That's right. This is really weird because you're really throwing some promos out tonight.
Well, I'm
yeah.
All of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes
I'm feeling it,
that we're trying to do. is making me want to ask for
You
this.
all will get super excited on the big one he's talking about. This is not a tease.
Yeah,
Right?
not a tease.
This is something that has kind of been in our soul for a while.
A long time,
Yep.
actually.
So
But we're finally at the point where we're going to make that change or make that happen.
it's next level shit.
It is next. It's literally next level.
It is next level shit, dude. So buckle up, kids, because see these two sexy bastards right here? Get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean you and Petey?
No. Dude, stand up and give us a twerk.
I'm not twerking a damn thing, but thank you.
Stand up and give
I'm
us
not.
a twerk. All right, so, okay, tomorrow, we're just going to save this story. I would be really interested in what Aaron Barker would have to say about this.
The-
I get
the
really
Monts.
mad at me.
The Mott story?
Yeah, because we only have 2.5 minutes left because you had to, the promo work was great, but it was like 8.5 minutes. So. I'm kidding, brother.
No, you're not.
This story is in reference to the 42 laws. I think it's Mott. It's not Mayat. It could have been Mott.
Mott, yeah.
Now, if it was Scotty would have a little to it.
He would
You
know
what I'm saying?
He would know how to pronounce it, actually.
He would.
Yeah, he would.
This is just a quick, it's the name of the native African people of the country now known as Egypt, called themselves in their surviving writings. Many scholars refer to the people as that's wrong try, Brian. But I would totally go hang out with those people that snap their freaking tongues. Yep.
That's alien. I've heard that before.
I just ordered a pizza.
Yeah, you did.
But it's a god. It's a goddess Mot as the cosmological origin of the Kemet rule of law. Right now, there are 42 laws. Ancient Egypt. Moses was an Egyptian prince.
Audrey says it's pronounced with a long A. Mate?
Cat. Is that a long A?
That's not a long A.
Cot.
Kate.
No K.
Mate.
Mate.
I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? though?
people like Bob Lazar, Sean.
Moses disappears at 40, comes back, and he has the 10 Commandments, right?
Yep.
But as an Egyptian prince, all the 10 Commandments are within the 42 laws as well. So was that something Moses carried over and picked the top 10 out of the 42 and said, these are the new rules? Or was it a true message from God that these are the 10 main commandments that you live your life by? Interesting conversation. Tomorrow on the show, you're going to get crabby.
No. Oh, who's getting crabby?
You.
I'm not getting crabby.
I feel it.
Oh, my God.
Come on, give me a hug.
Not giving you a hug till the
Give
show's
me
over.
it. Okay.
Then a butt squeeze.
Abnormalrealities.com. Abnormalrealities.com. It's so weird not listening to myself in my ear, but we love you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for putting up with all this
You do hear the
goofiness.
music then.
I don't hear
The
nothing.
music is going right now.
Ron Phillips, damn it, take us home.
Abnormalrealities.com. Go out there, see if we got any gear that interests you. If not, let us know what you'd like to see out there. We can do it. Abnormalrealities.com. RomikaDesigns.com. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. We will see you guys on Freaky Friday tomorrow night. Good night.